The guy who drove this piece was Chris Harris from Top Gear. It's going to be another V12 for sure.
Today we are here at Automatties and we're reviewing and cleaning this beautiful Ferrari 812 Superfast. But before I'm going to do that, let's meet the man behind the car. So I'm here with Husham. It's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure, it's
Thank
mine.
you for inviting us to your beautiful home.
Thank you so much.
And of course you have some beautiful cars as well. Can you please tell me, what is it that you do to make you be able to afford this house and these cars?
It's actually very easy. Work hard, play hard, guys. So that's actually the formula. There's no cheat or secret to becoming successful.
And what kind of work do you do?
So I'm like a bit complicated. I'm a doctor and a dentist and I do surgical things. So I've got clinics. It's not usually the job that pays for these cars. But again, like even in medicine or dentistry, if you work hard, you can definitely become successful and buy these kind of cars and house.
Great. And how long have you been doing it for?
I think if you really want the core of the hard work, I think since I was 13 years old.
Since you were 13 years old?
Yeah, I've always worked hard. I've always done many things, never stood still, jobs, things, studying. And so yeah, if you want to know the core. So when did I start having clinics? That's about 5-6 years from now.
Okay, great. Yeah. And were you always into cars or did it just come, where did it come from?
Yeah, like when I was a dental student, I remember I was like 18 and a dental student and I had like a BMW way out of line for a student, way out of line. I had a beautiful
What was it?
It was like a 3 Series 320i with a M3 alloy, so like outside people wouldn't know what engine is in there. They could only see M3 wheels, so it was really cool. So yeah, I've always had affinity for cars for sure.
Was your first car as well?
That was not my first car. I had some crappy cars before that, but obviously having just passed my driving license.
Yeah.
My first official car was Nissan Primera.
Nissan Primera, okay. Oh, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I terrorized London in that car. Obviously, it was so good. It was really good.
Great. Oh, so you lived in London first?
Yeah. Well, no, I lived in Holland till my 16th, 17th of age, and then I went to live in London and Manchester, where I studied as well.
Okay, great.
So yeah, I've had a complicated history with where I was living before.
Okay, so you talked about the BMW, the 320i. What was like really the first car that you were like, I made it? Well, which one was it?
Very hard to say.
Which one made you feel very special? Was it the BMW or was it a different car?
Yeah, I mean, really when I had to, you know what it is with becoming successful, you're so busy, you don't even notice or respect it anymore. Like, obviously you respect yourself, it's a bit strange, but sometimes you have to stop in time and think, okay, what if I don't do that. Yeah. You just go on, you just got to go to the next level, work harder, help people, make sure that people are comfortable, employ people, give people jobs. You know, like you think, like when people look at an employer like, oh, he makes money. No, you give people jobs. Yeah. You actually make people's life happier by
value to society.
Yeah, and especially if you give them a beautiful home instead of a job, you know, you give them like a nice place to work, and people work 75% of their life. Yeah. So if you make their workplace a beautiful place for them to go, you know,
great.
Yeah. So I think the Huracan will definitely, back to your question, would be the car that would make me realize, okay, I'm doing well. Yeah. I'm going good. This is my, like my bonus. Yeah. This will be my motivation to keep. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess the Huracan and probably the Urus.
So you got the Huracan, you got the Urus.
Yeah.
And we got this beast
of art.
Yeah. Beast of art.
Yes, indeed.
Can you tell me a little bit about this car?
So this car specifically, guys, was the 812 launch car from Ferrari themselves. So the first owner of this car is Ferrari. Okay. And the guy who drove this very piece was Chris Harris from Top Gear, UK Top Gear, the original one. He drove this specific car. He drove it on the video on YouTube. You can have a look at Top Gear. It was not the one he drove on the circuit. So he drove this one on the quiet roads.
Exactly.
Because obviously this one was full of carbon. It's a special launch edition. And the other car was different that he drove on the circuit. So it's a special car in that sense.
And so tell me about the horsepower, the torque.
So right now,
about the exhaust. I heard it before. It sounded really nice.
All right, you want some customizations?
I'm curious.
So people always ask me, what did you do to this car? Did you customize it? What's under there? It's standard. This is a Formula One engine. The car has got the official Formula One engine V12 from Ferrari. That's the whole history of the V12s of Ferraris. They keep the same engine. And What I've done is put it back to what the Formula One engine was, and so remove all these sound, you know, like damping, noise damping cats and stuff. I removed them. I put the car back to normal. Yeah, the exhaust you hear is just insane. It's just a straight pipe.
We'll roll a clip right now.
And that's what I did to it actually. For the rest, the car is pretty much standard, and the horsepower, yeah, they have naturally from Ferrari 800 horsepower on the back wheels. I think this one, the Novitec one is 840, we know that for sure, but I think this one's definitely got 860, 870, maybe more, because the back box likely see a Coke can. I think a Coke can might just about be bigger. So yeah, now the whole car vibrates. Like I feel the vibrations in my chair when the car starts up.
You drive it daily, right?
I do try to drive it daily because that's what the car is made for. I'm not the kind of guy who just like Andrew Tate, he drives his Bugatti, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's what the car is made for.
Exactly.
It's to be driven, not to be put away. I drive the Urus sometimes, this one. The Huracan definitely least of all I drive.
Why is that?
I just feel like it's more of a supercar. Like when you arrive with the Huracan, it's a very low car. People associate it with like, supercar, and it just, of course, this is
I was about to say,
the attention.
You get the same thing with this car?
Of course. And actually, you know what? I should be driving the Huracan more because it's the cheapest of all.
Really?
Yes. So I got a V12, V8 with turbos, and a V10. And I tell you, it's a lot cheaper to drive the Huracan.
Really? Is that so?
Yeah, man. The petrol, this one, like when you put 200 euros in this, just give it 1 day. This one, 1 day and a half. This one, 3 days, 4 days.
Probably also depends on your driving style, I guess.
People say that, but it's not true. The V12 doesn't matter how you drive it. It's gonna. You won't feel a difference. Let's put it that way.
Is there maybe like a new car coming soon, or are you just sticking with these three?
No. We have some new plans. The plans take a while because I'm busy with so many things at the same time. Obviously, for the love of people. So the things I'm doing are generally focused on actually people. Like the high nutrition is purely set up because I see like lots of white label and relabeling and stuff, and nobody knows what's in these things. And the formulas are also out of tune. Like the pre-workout doesn't really actually give you the pump. In fact, people are now literally selling capsules to give you the pump. So what's the pre-workout doing then? Take 3 cups of coffee and that's it, and it's for free. It's cheaper.
Same result.
So what most formulas are based on are not reality what you need from a pre-workout. So my pre-workout definitely will give you the boost that you need.
Okay.
And diet shake, well, you want to lose weight, you want to feel full, you want to have something delicious, but with lots of fiber and lots of healthy things, not lots of sugars, not lots of fats. You want to really lose weight and feel good about yourself. Diet shake for my nutrition. So I've made them specifically for people like diabetic people, people with illnesses who are underfed or who are sick in hospital and they need some good nutrition and vitamins to keep on going.
Exactly.
So again, even the pre-workout.
That's great. Like most people, at least what I've seen, is that people, they have what you said, white labeling. You just put their label on. It's all the same. Trying to get as much out there as possible, but you're really trying to help these people. Yeah, that's really nice to hear. But to get back to my question, so you're busy doing that, and when you're maybe when that's a little bit, well, not slowed down, but when that's a little bit settled. What about the car? Is there?
It's going to be another V12 for sure.
Another V12.
Yeah. Okay. I know people are going from V12 to V6s. I'm going to V12. If there's a V16, I'll take that as well. Any V with high things, I'll take that.
As high as possible.
As high as possible. That's the rule for me. I mean, I feel like when I buy this car, it's a special segment. It's a segment where, like, you grab the car, you open the door, you go in and you go for a drive. It should be a special drive. It shouldn't be like, oh, a 4-cylinder with extra power. I don't care about the power. I don't even care about the horsepower. I don't even care about how fast it goes from 0 to 100. I don't care about that. When you drive and you hear the drama, that's what the car's for.
Yeah, that's great.
If you ask me, that's what I'm paying for. So, you know, electric cars, I've had a Porsche Taycan. I paid 200,000 euros for that. I didn't appreciate that car at all. At all. It's a nice work car, but not for 200,000 euros. For 200,000 euros, you could have got a nice, beautiful Tesla Model S.
And seen an A12 Superfast, but expect car care. The routine we have found today is the only one you have to do every once in a while, because it requires more effort since we're using multiple tools. Spray blast on your tires to prepare them for their coat of blackout tire dressing. So the face of the wheel isn't the only thing that gets dirty. So you can use a wheel brush to clean the barrel of the wheel. Use a detail brush to get to the hard to reach areas. For example, behind the spikes, and you can also clean the brake caliper with it. And last but not least, use a small wash mitt like this to clean the face of the wheel. The side skirts and front bumper are most of the time the dirty spot of the car. Spray Blast Heavy Duty Cleaner to loosen it up. Add drip into your foam cannon and snow foam your entire car. Let it sit for a couple of minutes while dirt drips off. Simply add a drop of Flow contact washer to your bucket. Flow is highly concentrated and can last around 25 washes. You can also add Flow into your foam cannon to create extra lubrication. As you can see, the water is completely flat. This means it doesn't have any protection. Let's fix that for 2 to 3 months with Glow Up ceramic spray coating. Our Pulloff Drying Towel can dry your entire car without leaving streaks of water behind. Shiny leather is dirty leather. Clean it to make it matte again. Use clear glass cleaner to clean your windows, mirrors, multimedia display, and even your glossy interior parts. Now that we have cleaned the entire car, we're going to finish it off by giving the tires a matte satin finish with blackout tire dressing.